Also, 7 News tracking a killer. Governor Hickenlooper ordering an audit of all inmate sentencing records after learning this man, the prime suspect in the murder of Colorado's prison chief, was released years early.
And we're uncovering new information about these 2 alleged members of a white supremacist prison gang. Investigators say they were in contact with Evan Ebel in the hours before Tom Clements was murdered. 7 News always investigating. Reporter Amanda Cost breaking new details about those 2 men wanted by investigators.
And we start with Call 7 investigator Teresa Marchetta asking tough questions about the inmate audit. Teresa?
The Department of Corrections initiating a review of the sentences of 255 offenders to make sure they're serving the correct amount of time in prison and not getting out early because of a clerical error. That's what happened with Evan Ebel. Now the governor's office announcing a sentencing audit just about 3 hours ago. The DOC will review thousands of cases, but must prioritize 255 of them to look at immediately.
If there's a question with those, we will consult with the Attorney General's office for contact to those sentencing courts to see if those orders need to be fixed.
The DOC is not sure if state law allows for those sentences to be fixed if any errors are actually found. In Evan Ebel's case, he was supposed to serve an additional 4 years after his initial sentence, but a mistake during the sentencing hearing allowed his early release. We also found out there are 111 parolees with a connection to the 211 crew. That's the prison gang Evan Ebel was associated with. The DOC wouldn't tell us, though, if all those former inmates are accounted for, and they also won't say if their ankle monitors have set off tamper alerts like Ebel's did.
I'm not going to answer that question because some of the information around that gang activity is really under kind of some other review, if you will, right now.
Now, when I spoke with DOC spokesperson Allison Morgan, she told me tamper alerts go off about 800 times a month. She says they're more of an advisement to the parole officer, who then follows up with the parolee at their own discretion. That may change after the governor's audit. I'm Call 7 investigator Teresa Marchetta.
Investigators believe these 2 men, Thomas Gooley and James Lohr, are members of the white supremacist prison gang and that they were in contact with Evan Ebel in the days and hours before the murder of prison chief Tom Clements. Our team coverage continues with 7 News reporter Amanda Cost at the El Paso County Courthouse. Amanda, you're uncovering some new information about these men.
Violent criminals with a history of escaping, according to these documents obtained by 7 News. Now, these men are perpetually armed, which is why law enforcement is definitely on edge.
We feel that they could pose a threat to officers in the field.
Warned to be on the lookout for these 2 parolees, Thomas Gooley and James Lohr.
When their names surfaced during the course of the Tom Clements homicide investigation, we know them to be known associates of the 211 crew.
The same prison gang Evan Ebel belonged to. 7 News confirming Lohr was in contact with Ebel before and after State Prison Chief Tom Clements was murdered.
We believe them to be armed and dangerous,
with violent tendencies and criminal histories to match. 7 News obtained these court documents detailing felony arrests. Gooley busted for aggravated robbery in a Colorado Springs parking lot. A man was jumped, punched, and kicked in the face. Arrested in Wisconsin, an escaped fugitive, and months later charged with another assault while in prison, aggravated intimidation of a witness. Lohr with a lengthy arrest history, domestic violence, burglary, theft, stalking. He escaped from a community corrections center in 1992, and in 2006, another escape charge for violating his intensive supervision directives. Arrested for burglary, menacing assault, and possession of a weapon just 26 days out of prison. Now, these men are not being called suspects in Tom Clements' murder right now. They are both wanted, though. Arrest warrants are out for them on unrelated charges. Now, they are believed to be possibly traveling to Nevada or Texas, but investigators have issued this alert statewide as well. Reporting live in Colorado Springs, Amanda Cost, 7 News.